How do I change a sensor's sample rate? Notice I have only one force measurement that occurred what I think is during the collision. I would really love to know what was happening in between these data points. So I'm going to try to record more data every second, which we call the sample rate. And to do that, we're going to go down to the controls palette. So you'll notice the smart cart position sensor is currently visible here. I could come in and choose a common rate, but I want to adjust each of these rates separately. This is one of those experiments where it's nice to have control separately over the different measurement sample rates. So I'll select smart cart force sensor. I see that its default sample rate is 20 hertz. That's 20 recordings every second. I'm going to bump that up, and I can use the up and down arrows to change that. And from prior experience, I know that if I increase it fairly significantly from 20 hertz to 500 hertz, I'd expect many more data points during that short time span. That's about 1/10 of a second here. All right. Now, it turns out I also want to change the position sensor's sample rate. So I'm going to select it, and I know from experience that if I just bump this up a little bit to 50 hertz, that's plenty, because I'm primarily interested in what's the velocity of the cart coming into the collision and exiting the collision. Now with these new sample rates, I am ready to collect another run of data. So I'll return to the controls palette, press record, push the cart into the wall, press stop. And now let me use the scroll technique on the x-axis to really zoom into that section during the collision. And now we can see we have 20 or so data points during that collision. And I think that's probably a much better representation of the forces the cart was experiencing during that collision.